Hello, Emmett and Stella and May. How are you guys doing today? We're doing really well. Had just kind of a basic day. I went to the grocery today. Pop's getting ready because he's going to go fishing tomorrow, so he's excited about that. Someday he wants to take all of you fishing with him. So our first poem today is by A. Milne. And before I read it to you, it's about a beetle. And I just want you to know a beetle is a little bug. So keep that in mind when you hear the poem. It's called Forgiven. I found a little beetle, so that beetle was his name. And I called him Alexander, and he answered just the same. I put him in a matchbox, and I kept him all the day. And Nanny let my beetle out. Yes, Nanny let my beetle out. She went and let my beetle out, and beetle ran away. And there's the little child picking up the beetle, and then there's the beetle showing you what the beetle looks like, but the beetle ran away when Nanny let him out. Nanny said she didn't mean it, and I never said she did. She said she wanted matches, and she just took off the lid. She said that she was sorry, but it's difficult to catch an excited sort of beetle you've mistaken for a match. She said that she was sorry, and I really mustn't mind. And there's lots of beetles, which she's certain we could find. If we looked about the garden for the hole where beetles hid, and we'd get another matchbox and write beetle on the lid. And here's a picture of Nanny with the beetle, and she's standing on the chair because she got scared when she saw the beetle. But this little boy isn't scared of his beetle. We went to all the places which a beetle might be near, and we made the sort of noises which a beetle likes to hear. And I saw a kind of something, and I gave a sort of shout. A beetle house, an Alexander Beetle coming out. It was Alexander Beetle, I'm as certain as can be, and he had a sort of look as if he thought it must be me. And he had a sort of look as if he thought to say, I'm very, very sorry that I tried to run away. And Nanny's very sorry too, for you know what she did? And she's writing Alexander very blackly on the lid. So Nanny and me are friends because it's difficult to catch an excited Alexander you've mistaken for a match. So when he went in the garden, he found a beetle, and he was sure it was his beetle Alexander. He was so excited. And Nanny put another matchbox out to keep Alexander in and labeled the box Alexander. She's a nice nanny. Okay. The next poem is about when you go to the ocean or you go to a lake sometimes. There'll be sand along the shore, and you might build a sand castle. Well, this is called We Built a Castle Near the Rocks. We built a castle near the rocks. We built it out of sand. Our fortress was an ice cream box with turret tall and grand. Our men were twigs, our guns were straw, from which we'd sipped at lunch. We had the very best of wars, till someone's foot went crunch. So they built a little castle in the sand, and they built it with a, what am I showing them? Wrong picture, sorry there. They built it with a box and sticks, and they pretended to have a war. And there's the castle built out of sand. But then somebody stepped in it, and it all just went crunch. And that was by Joan Walsh Anglin. Okay, this poem is called The Picnic. And lots of us have had picnics where you just sometimes you go out in your own yard or in the park or at the beach. And you just bring a little lunch and just sit and relax and talk. The Picnic by Dorothy Aldous. We brought a rug for sitting on. Our lunch was in a box. The sand was warm. We didn't wear hats or shoes or socks. Waves came curling up the beach. We waited. It was fun. Our sandwiches were different kinds. I dropped my jelly one. And this picture's kind of funny because see that crab? That's a crab that took away his jelly sandwich. When he dropped it, the crab went across the beach and took his sandwich. Okay. One more poem. This is by Shel Silverstein. It's called Tight Hat. I tried to tip my hat to Mrs. McCaffrey. I never should have put it on so tight, 'cause it wouldn't come off my head, and my neck got stretched instead. That's what you get for trying to be polite. So the man tried to pull off his hat, but he put it on so tight when he pulled it up, tried to pull it off, his neck just kept going up. The hat never did come off. Now we know that would never really happen, but it's funny to think of. Okay, now it's time for a Pop Pop and Ollie visit. Want me to grab them?
I got 'em.
Okay, here's Ollie, and Pop Pop's on his way.
Hi, guys.
Here's Pop Pop, the fisherman. By the time you hear this poem, Pop Pop will already have gotten up in the morning and driven away to his fishing spot.
And hopefully I'll have caught some fish by then.
And then we'll be eating some fish in a few days, I bet.
Yeah.
Yum, yum, yum. I bet Ollie would like to eat fish. Cats a lot of times like to eat fish too. Well, as always, we miss you, we love you, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good night. Love you.